just rescued the absolute sweetest little miniature donkey. He was surrendered to us after his lifetime companion passed away and he became incredibly distressed. Donkeys are often known as companion animals. They bond closely with other donkeys, horses, goats, and other various herd animals. And when one of their companions passes away, they experience great depression and anxiety when they lose a companion, just like we do. So his owner reached out to us because she had no other animals, so after he lost his friend, she feared he would be lonely and depressed. So we took him in so he could join our herd and have a whole new family of friends. Upon his arrival, we did our usual wellness check. He had scratches, which is usually caused by being in an environment with too much moisture, which we are definitely no stranger to, as we live in Florida and the air is literally moisture here, so that's nothing new. However, what was concerning was that we noticed that he had the start of what is called crested neck, and he falls into the obese category. Crested neck happens when obese donkeys develop an abnormally large fat pad on the back of their neck, and because of the weight, their neck literally collapses and falls to the side. As you can see, our new rescue's neck is already starting to lean to one side and it's on the pathway to collapsing. When we pet him, you could actually feel massive lumps all throughout his entire body caused by excess adipose fat pads. But we had no idea the depth of it until we got him wet for a bath and we could visually see how large these fat pads were without all his fluff in the way. Excess adipose fat packs happen due to long-term obesity, which causes an insulin resistance, also known as equine metabolic syndrome, which is pretty much the same thing as type 2 diabetes for humans. And much like the human obesity epidemic in America, excess adipose fat is actually the #1 health problem facing domesticated donkeys in America, and it's even more common in miniature breeds. In fact, a lumpy donkey is now considered the norm and has become an extremely common thing for domestic donkeys. So much so that most people don't even realize that it's a problem, and a lot of people just assume that that's how donkeys are built. While it's true, donkeys are somewhat similar to camels, and just how the camel's hump is where it stores all of its body fat, donkeys will store their fat all throughout their body in fat pads. You see, donkeys, just like camels, evolved in harsh, dry, desert-type environments where they had to make do on poor quality food, which resulted in their ability to thrive on a diet that a horse could never. They have a super efficient digestive system, and most people who have donkeys, especially the cute mini breeds, have them as pasture pets and end up feeding them similar hay, grass, and grains that they would a horse, which a donkey's system just cannot handle. Being obese can be just as dangerous as being completely emaciated with ribs showing, and unfortunately, just like for us, the only effective treatment is to have an extremely strict diet and increase exercise. I would have thought that he would have hated me because the moment that I met him, I took him off his yummy sugary diet and put him on a really strict no greens or grain diet. But to be honest, he seems way more interested in love and attention than food anyway, which is great because it'll make his transition here a little bit easier.